That's the truth. He would have been hanging up because them white boys would have got incensed. Oh, he tried to touch a white woman, and he would have got. But through the spirit of fire, Shy, the man had the technology on him, so she couldn't come with no false accusation, man.
They weren't like them 5 boys previously in the Central
Yeah.
Park fight. They didn't have no spirit.
They didn't have no footage.
They got fucked over.
Emmett Till got the same thing, and then she came out later, and she was a Karen. She came out later and admitted that she lied.
That she was wrong. I think she admitted it on her deathbed.
Yeah.
On her deathbed, she was like, I'm sorry.
There was a whole bag of them, man. A whole bag of. There's a lot of Jake in jail. Look, to this day, that's in jail off rape, off different things where Esau just lied, man. She saw just lying on niggas, man. And then look what she did to Abue, man.
Food. Got more than that?
It says, the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee.
Yeah, so now that judgment that was on us.
Oh, Jeremiah 25.
Going to turn on to
Jeremiah
you,
25.
man. It's going to switch lanes and come on to you. Go ahead.
And shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Yeah, so upon your great kingdom, America, the founding fathers, and all that. Now that shame's on you, man. And you can't. How you mad, man?
Yeah, all your statues being brought down now.
See, that's the spirit.
All the chief businesses like Lloyd's. Remember we did the video out there?
time.
See, this is old news. Let me just say that. This is old. Like, we've been teaching this for years, man.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Now,
It's not like they just found out evil.
Lloyd's down in London. We remember we've been talking about that, man. The museum.
Yeah.
Remember we said all the brothers here have been to that museum and done videos. You've done videos there. I know. Did you do a video there?
Imperial Museum.
No, and the other one,
Sugar.
the Sugar Museum down there in Docklands.
I think it was Carl buying them.
Yeah. We did the one in Liverpool, but
Oh, yeah.
You brothers did the Liverpool one.
We was in Liverpool.
And then me and Ricard, we did the Sugar Museum, which I gotta find that video somewhere, man, on my computer and re-upload that in the archives. So we done it. Gone into all that information and been telling our people this kingdom, beginning with the apostles and elders, they've been saying this whole kingdom is built on the back of the blood and the oppression of our people, man. Yeah. But they're not trying to listen. These devils ain't trying to make atonement. Fuck all that sorry shit, man.
Precept?
Yeah.
Zechariah chapter 11 verse 5 says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, for their own shepherds pity them not.
And I got an article from All News Pipeline, and them evangelical Christians are basically coming up against the whole idea because they're saying, these guys that are saying sorry for slavery and that's all the social justice warriors, the left. That's the left. Now the right is mainly represented by who? Your evangelical Christian, your Bible Belt Christian. Those are the guys that were voting for Donald Trump. Yeah. Now I was reading the article and they're basically saying, well, slavery went so bad, but they were talking about how most slave masters were taking care of their slaves and rare-tear. Well, you know what, man? You know what? At the end of the day, the reason why you had Jake in slavery weren't for their own good. So let's not try and pull that card. You had Jake in slavery because you was making the Crayola, man, the moolah. You were making the money out of that for your own gain and your covetousness, man. It weren't nothing to do with the goodness of your heart. You were trying to what's it called? They said we was showing, they were heathen, so we were showing them God. What, by putting them in captivity?
Slavery. I mean, explain how you can slit the womb of how you gonna slit someone's womb who's pregnant and stamp on their head and talk about I'm showing them how to be righteous?
Well, how you gonna say throwing babies to alligators is beneficial?
How's that beneficial?
Another thing they said, oh, we've spent trillions on trying to help these blacks, but to no avail because they don't want to do this, that. So basically, they start flipping to the point. These Edomites have the viewpoint that they've done enough. Yeah, they've tried to help Jake, and basically there's a problem with Jake. There's a problem with us. Not knowing that really it's them. They've constantly undermined our people. That's how this devil operates. He's a magician. Yeah, that sleight of hand. This is the truth about the situation that we're in. Esau's constantly been undermining our people, doing all kind of things overtly and covertly to undermine and cast us down from our excellence, man. And guess what, man? The scripture says the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So the Lord done see all the wickedness that you people have done against us. Because we're the people of the Lord, man. You have exacerbated the negative condition of our people. Yeah, we know our people be wicked, but you have exacerbated that wickedness.
Oh, you've helped forward the affliction.
Forward the affliction, man. You've made our people, and you know how we could prove he's made our people more wicked? Where is our people the most bugged out and more wicked? In America. Now, them Jake in West Africa be bugged out and wicked. Yeah, we ain't gonna say that they're righteous, but guess what? The further you get away from these crackers in America, it seemed like Jake just got a little bit more to them. Like, you be watching World Star Hip Hop, like, yo, like, even here in the UK, you ain't gonna see no black bitch turn up at no fucking, no fucking 24-hour petrol station, butt naked, just walk. That's what the fuck is going on, man?
I'll go appreciate.
Like, for example, this past week, there was a video of troops, and you had a black woman doing the splits and twerking.
You ain't gonna see that happening
popping
here.
a pussy in front of police.
Oh, what about the nigga that was shooting him? They were playing like Russian roulette with a gun, shooting himself in the foot. Now niggas in the UK ain't gonna be doing some shit like that, man. Like, yo, you tell a man that, like, man, they're like, yo, dog, like, what I'm telling you. But that's because you might laugh, but it's because Jake over there in America, he's already done a number
It's
on
the
them.
valley of shadow of death.
Yeah, man. Them, you devils in America, you're the worst devils, man. You've done a number on Jake, man. You totally broke Jake's mentally and his psychology down, man. That's why the scripture says Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, was it the 8th verse? Someone get that, man. Warranty him that giveth unto his neighbor strong drink. Your media and all that, like, just putting it into Jake's mind that they're niggas, they're nothing, you're stupid. So after a while, you start living that out because you feel like that's the standard that you're supposed to live by.
Oh, there's that saying, I don't know if anybody, like, if you speak properly when you're growing up, you're so-called black man, why are you talking like a white man for? It's like, what? What are you talking about?
Well, because there's a legacy. There's a legacy of that, man. I was gonna put, I'm on my little social media thing now, I know. I was gonna put a challenge up on social media to all my little peoples and be like, you know, peoples in the world and say, why don't you ask us how, name 5 black inventors, man. Or name 5 contributions that so-called black people, Hispanic Native Americans has given to society. Struggling out here. Even our people will struggle. And that just shows you nothing's changed. Because he didn't undo the lies that he told. So our viewpoint of ourselves is low, and so is Esau's viewpoint. Because we ain't done, according to them, really, we ain't really done shit. But they're gonna mention Jordan, they're gonna mention Michael Jackson, but they're not gonna mention King Solomon, they're not gonna mention the Moors, they're not gonna mention nothing, man.
Which, you know, in it, like the actual height of Jake's spirituality or success is a basketball player.
That's it.
According to them.
Or some dancer that can do the backflip.
Jake was the first heart surgeon. Like, there's so much things Jake's done, man, but it just gets swept under the rug. Make no account for our labours. Let's get that too. Go on, read.
This is Habakkuk 2:15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
That's that psychological operation that Esau works, man, on our people through the media. The KKK was a form of psychological operation. All right, that's why you see that's why you see the so-called black woman is so overly sexualized. That's why the so-called black man is so violent towards himself and at the same time so fucking childish. That's an actual psychological operation that's been done on Jake. They get marginalized into that, even through the media, through the things they see in the media, through the school system, the educational system, evolution. All that just marginalizes Jake and they're trying to put Jake, put me in a box. Like even Africa, like even the whole evolution starting off Africans and shit. It just groups you just to Africa. It actually just hides a whole history of Jake's ruling in Europe, man.
So, but then what does that say? If evolution is to get better, what's Esau really saying? If life started in Africa?
Exactly. It started from you, and then the height of evolution is the white man.
And they've never really undone that. They've never really come back and made it right and corrected the history. They haven't done that. And they're not intending to do that.
Eugenics.
And we know we don't need them to do that because it's going to be undone in the kingdom of heaven. Because it's going to be established that we're the sons of the living power, man. And from that, it's a wrap.
It's 1 Kings chapter 9 verse 7. It said, then will I cut off Israel out of the land which I have given them, and this house which I have hallowed for my name will I cast out of my sight, And Israel shall be a proverb and a byword among all people. And Esau is one that propagated all those proverbs and bywords, man. He
Oh, we're
promoted the
lazy.
fact that yeah.
Oh,
You're less than shit,
that's one of the things they say about our people. We're lazy.
We're lazy.
We don't like to work. Here it
They
is.
got 2 jobs, 3
Listen,
jobs.
listen,
Jake built
He
this.
built this fucking
listen.
People
When it
in
comes
city.
to hard work here, you can't talk to Jake. Now,
Yeah.
a lot of Jake now have took that and they're running with that, like these these young little niggas now. But you look at our fathers. Which one of your fathers weren't working? Bare sweat, man, they are in that region. Like, bare sweat. My dad's a straight mechanic, like certain brothers' dad's bricklayers. Man's be putting in work.
And you guys don't even want to pick fruit, man. Fruit.
They don't wanna do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, Jake in the West Indies
Yeah.
work, blood. They might be busting sweat out here. Fuck you talking about?
Hey, bro, and the thing is, man, they ain't even just our pops, man. It could be our mum and
Yeah,
and
that's it.
grandmothers.
Like, even the women were working, man.
They'll be like a nurse for the NHS for like 40 years.
Yeah.
And they're probably like in they're like late 70s or 70s still working.
They were saying we were lazy in slavery,
in
man.
slavery.
We're lazy.
Hey, Jake worked so much and so hard, yeah, for
retirement.
generations to come to live off nice.
That's
You know
it.
what I mean? We should be living free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
shit,
With
yeah.
all the best things in life to be had, but
They're the
Jake's
ones
saying
that push that stereotype on our people that we see. Jake, we're the sum of all things, man. We're intellectual. We have intellect as well as the body.
Brains and brawn.
Which really, when you break down the highest level sports athletes, they're very intelligent. You have to be intelligent to be on the highest level of sport. Because it's all Mayweather,
Tyson.
Mike Tyson, it's all IQ. You have to have the IQ. That's the difference between a guy that like can just run fast and a guy that's an elite level footballer. It's IQ on the pitch.
We say even with the boxing, man, when they were the white champions before, man, when you had like Jack Johnson come along, it's because of something he did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's
It's the
using this.
IQ using his brain.
You know, he wasn't just a hard puncher.
But they
You know,
want to
white guys are hard
marginalize
punchers,
that.
But
Like even with football, he can run fast, but they don't want to talk about the technical things that man's doing it because Esau doesn't want to give Jake that technicality because he knows if he does that, then it will lock everything into place. Because you'll understand that we're brains and brawn put together.
precept for you.
But a lot of Jake neglect that side of themselves because they're taught, being intelligent is not for you.
It's not
that's
cool.
It's not cool. It's not for you. You can't do that. Just be brawn. Just be strong.
Yeah.
Just be hard. Just be fast.
Yeah, and not even understanding what intelligence is. Like intelligence is like innovation, you know.
Yeah.
Like a guy cannot be able to like read, or as people say, but this guy
Can be
can
intelligent.
could create a farm and
Yeah.
plant bare different kind of fruits, which is a science, which is a skill.
That's it.
hey, Mayweather can't read, but
You know,
in the ring.
Exactly.
Going in the ring, yeah. I got
So that's what Esau did. That the whole over sexualization of Jake. I mean, that's a thing that Esau already pushed. Jacob, that really, you ever notice that that's what Jake's proud of? Like Jake always go back to sex. Yeah, like the dick. Da-da-da. Well, really, that wasn't our forefathers. Even if you read the scriptures, they weren't going on about sex all the damn fucking time. It was Esau that did that. Esau would be like, yeah, they're just sexual deviants.
Oh,
they can't
yeah.
control themselves.
Birth
That
of a
was
nation.
Esau that put that vibration on our people.
Well, that's what he had us doing.
That's what he had us doing. Breeding. Really, that's not who we are. We're more than just dick. We're just there just to dick down women. Like, like obviously that's part of life.
That's also part of Esau's envy, though, as well.
That's part of his envy,
That's why
man.
he used to cut off Jake's rods and all that.
All that stuff. It's him that put that on us, man. And that's why Jake, they feel like to be a man, all you gotta do is like dick women down and act tough. But they don't understand about discipline. They don't understand about using their intelligence, using wisdom, which they have, but they're not using it because it's Esau.
Yeah.
His brother.
Yeah, I think you called yours before. If I can read it after.
Yeah, can't.
Yeah, okay. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Then I'll read out the definition of devices. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Then when you look up the word devices, in Greek, noema, it says this, a mental perception, thought, an evil purpose, that which thinks the mind, thoughts or purpose.
And it's all, what's the purpose? To cast us down from achieving the manifestation as being the sons of God, which is perfect, man, which is above. That's who we are. That's our potential. The word potential goes back to potency, which means power. Yeah, so if our power is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that means that we're the people of the highest potential. But we're wasting our potential right now. Esau's got us dragged down to the dirt level, man. But through the Spirit, through these scriptures, we're actually elevating ourselves. Brothers start using intelligence now. Brothers start learning history, something you might not have done in the world. You might not have been interested. Now you come into this truth. The truth challenges you to what? Learn history. To learn about things that you wouldn't normally be learning about. You find out you're Israelite, you look at Solomon. Solomon learned about all them things. It's that, someone hold that for me as well. Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter.
Yeah.
Solomon was into all of that, man.
Yeah. Can I grab this real quick?
Yeah.
Real quick. So 2 Ezra 6:27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
And the truth is, the so-called white man, the Edomite man, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He's an inferior man. He doesn't belong. He doesn't have the right to rule. Because there is a people on the earth that do have the right to rule. There's no such thing as equality. The Lord set up an order, and the righteous order is the Israelites, us, the Hebrew Israelites, we're supposed to be ruling over everything. Everything. You know what I mean? That's how it's supposed to be. Because we're the rightful rulers, man. And when we rule, it's going to be done correct. Esau, he ain't right, man. He ain't right. He abuses his power. Yeah? You want to get up in this man's society, you got to suck his dick, male and female. It ain't about merit.
This is Ecclesiasticus 10 and 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Right, and that's gonna be us, beginning with the King David, the 144,000. It's gonna be profitable for us to be in rulership over the earth, man. That's what Esau's hiding. Esau's trying to hide the fact that, look, he's just a sleazy bastard. He sold his birthright. It don't belong to him, man.
not yours,
That's
man.
why we try and teach people about this history. They got to understand it goes back. All it is this man is trying to get a birthright that don't belong to him.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the right to rule. That was gone. He sold that, and that proves he don't deserve it.
Hey, and bro, and to be honest, bro, even before them selling, it was prophesied in the womb that the elder shall serve the younger.
That's right.
So it was ours anyway.
It was always ours.
It just had to happen for our name of supplanter to be established and fulfilled. It had to play out. You know, it was just
So Esau could get hurt.
yeah, exactly.
That's how it's always going to be. Esau's always getting hurt and acting like a bitch about shit, man.
Yeah. You know?
Hey, though he wept.
Esau
So
acting like a
careful with
bitch,
tears.
I
man.
have a precept. Oh, have you got more in your one?
I'll go Wisdom of Solomon after you.
All right, I have a quick one. This is Psalms 10 and 2.
Beautiful.
The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. You know?
That's right. You tried to bring us down and abase us, but we're going to bring you down. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you Edomites are going to go down hard, man. And that's the spirit. And you think that you got these Jakes, the wool pulled over these Jakes' eyes, but you know what, man? Even I see certain Jake that ain't even supposed to be awake to a certain level of waking up to your shit, man. Like, you trying to pull the wool over people's eyes with this vaccine shit, and even Getz came out and was like, yo, what the fuck, man? What's going on? These guys, all of a sudden, they love us. So Jake are kind of waking up to you devils, man, and how you operate. Because you ain't got no new, you ain't really got no, you're doing the same thing all over again.
Apostles always quote that saying, they're not special, they're not anything prolific, they just
Nothing
repeat.
prolific about them. They're just repeating, and what happens, man? Let's take it to the Premier League, man. You get a basic winger, and he got the same moves. You got the same shit he does, and he's lighting up. You know, one season he's lighting everyone up. The next season, all of a sudden, like, because every fullback knows how to handle him now. They're just like, yeah, we know your tricks, like.
Oh, that's
Now you're Aaron Lennon.
yeah.
You ain't got nothing.
Through.
On the outside.
Man just know how to deal with you now, and that's Esau. People, you've been running the same trick for too long. Bro.
Yeah, and people.
Now we know.
Sorry, people said that about the Highbury. That was like back in the day, it was different, and then they got to a point where everyone learned how to play at Highbury, and then them
that's
same
it.
tricks didn't work anymore.
Don't work no more, man. For the spirit.
Well, it's Thessalonians 2 and 7. For the mystery of iniquity does already work. Only he who now let us will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the gladness of his coming.
That's talking about the man of sin, man. Esau, Edom. And he's getting exposed, man. We just got to keep bringing out the scriptures.
Well, isn't it obvious? This is the man that's done everybody dirty.
Everyone.
Yeah, everybody dirty, man. All roads of evil go back to Esau and they were doing everyone dirty, man. So it should be apparent that this guy is the wicked.
Why didn't he apologize to the
hammer of
Native
the
American
earth,
Indians, man? Esau got to do a whole lot of apologizing if he did.
Yeah. And the thing is, all right, cool, man. You don't have these companies come out. Yeah, we like to stand in support with Black Lives Matter, or we like to apologize for our involvement in slavery. Are you giving back the goods, though? I mean, are you gonna give us back the
Are you
money?
setting up your shares and
Yeah.
or shutting down your?
Are you giving us
According to the book of Job, the scripture says, according to his substance shall the restitution be.
So it's supposed to be
everything, man.
So are you gonna give back fucking everything? Like, are you gonna be broke? Are you gonna give everything back to us? Well, actually, we going.
See, the thing is,
some community
charities,
centre and
charities
a 5G
And then they're
pitch.
gonna do the tokenism.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's like they're gonna hire some token Jake.
Oh yeah.
And guess what? When you hire that token Jake, them other crackers there, what do they think about them now?
Oh yeah.
When you hire that Jake now,
You're just a nigga.
they're gonna think, well, hold on. The only reason why you're here is not because you could do the job.
Well, that's what happened
It's
with
because because you're black, basically.
diversity
You
hire.
just like it's like them saying, yo, we need more monkeys here, so we're just gonna bring in a monkey and put him in there.
That's what they done in my company.
Reddit,
Like, yeah, we
like,
need more blacks in senior leadership.
You know,
Exactly.
That's exactly what
the
I
owner
said.
of Reddit said, "I'll step down," but it has to be filled by someone black.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. If he's stepping down, this guy's obviously been moved up the chain. Yeah. He's been moved up the chain, and he just wants a Jake to come and do the job.
But even if the Jake come in the job, you know how he's gonna be undermined.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's gonna be looking at him like, bro, you don't even deserve to be there.
Yeah.
Imagine you're in a workplace and everybody knows you got the job because you're black. Who the fuck wants a job like that? Then you're gonna be walking around and people just looking at you like, no, like,
I don't know what he's doing.
you're like, this guy, like, it's like if a guy only got the job because his dad owned a company. You know, how everybody looks
Yeah,
at man.
I'm like,
This dude's a
this guy.
dickhead. Like, you don't really know what he's doing. Every little mistake you make, it will be like, it will
See?
become greater because
Pogba.
yeah, you're moving like Pogba out there. So it's bullshit. So then basically, racism is gonna increase when you do that.
That's it.
It's gonna increase because these crackers are gonna be pissed off in the workplace, looking to take a Jake down at every time.
Oh, because that would have been their position next. They were
Yeah.
vying for that position.
Oh, look, that already happens in them universities with the affirmative action. When Jake go into them universities, they get treated like second-class citizens because them other crackers are like, well, you wouldn't even have got in here. You're not here because you're smart. Even though the Jake is, they still have to get the scores. But they're like, well, you're not here because you're smart. You're here because you're black. And they needed to tick a few boxes.
Place. Someone smarter than you would have took
A
your
quota.
place.
Yeah, it's a quota.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck your quota, man. What the fuck you want a quota for? See, this is all bullshit, man. And it's just a job any fucking way.
That's it.
You got that Wisdom of Solomon?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get that.
This is wisdom of Solomon.
That's
chapter
why
7.
our people got to learn these scriptures and come back to who they are, and then realize you're an Israelite, man. Realize you're a prince of the power, and then you can shed all the bullshit that Esau, the box that black African American, black West Indian, black African, that black box that Esau tries to marginalize us and put us into. When you find out you're an Israelite, now that opens up a whole world of what you're capable of. You know, it opens up a whole world, man. Then it's like, look, man, you could do anything.
Yeah.
Because the Spirit of the Lord is the Heavenly Father is you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That opens you up now.
Can I get a precept before you get that?
Yeah.
It's Psalms 50, verse 19. It says, Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thy own mother's son.
For years, the negative shit. They still teach that IQ shit. Oh, Jake ain't got no his IQ, which IQ test doesn't measure intelligence. Doesn't measure intelligence whatsoever. That's bullshit. You really don't need no fucking qualifications to do most jobs.
It's
you can
true.
get a guy and train him on the job and they'll be able to do it, man. That's all bullshit. It's all a bullshit, man.
Yeah.
That IQ shit is bullshit.
It's labor.
You got a Jake that ain't got no qualifications, none of that. They'll never pass the IQ test, but they'll be building fucking what them fucking things called? Them fucking
Turbines.
wind turbines out of fucking rubbish in Nigeria somewhere. Now they ain't gonna pass no fucking IQ test because the IQ test is designed based upon a white education. But it's not a measure of your intelligence. Not at all.
No,
Come
at all.
on, man.
Not at all, man.
Look,
That's not
A
what intelligence
carpenter,
is.
like that's all like a algebra and
yeah,
maths.
geometry. Yeah.
Now you might not be able to
Geometry.
explain it in the words they use, but if you know it, you know it.
Yeah, that's it.
Do it.
Come on, man.
It's like you're saying about these university degrees. In my job, look, you just watch YouTube, you can do the job. But now to get the job, they're like, oh well, you need to have a degree from this place. Nigga, you ain't got. The
that's
boss
the way-
himself hasn't got a degree.
But that's a way to marginalize Jake.
That's
That's
it.
all. That whole education system is a way of marginalizing Jake, man.
Robin, come on, 27 grand debts to do this. man.
Exactly.
Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
That's right, man. We're supposed to have knowledge of all things, man. We're capable of all things. We've done all these things. There's Jake out there that do everything, but they don't like to publicize it. There's J. Cole up in the IT world. There's J. Cole up in the medical industry. J. Cole up in space doing things. But they don't really like to publicize that. What they like to put out on the shop front is the rappers and the entertainers, man. But there's Jake that's doing all kinds. And they never get them on TV to ask their opinion about nothing. But as soon as anything goes down, they want to get a fucking rapper on the TV. But they don't get their fucking cracker entertainers on the TV when it's some serious shit. I don't see them fucking calling up fucking Kylie Minogue asking her about some shit.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good
Fucking
point.
jokes, man. They be getting out. This is PhD. This is doctor. You know what I mean? Or you know,
Yeah, but Jake, we know when some shit happens, they get
Chinchy Strider. You know?
Killer Mike.
Killer.
You know,
There was
Jake.
there was a case of that recently on the BBC where basically had two professors. One was a black, so-called black woman, one was an Edomite man. And the Edomite man was labeled Professor so-and-so, but the black woman was just her name. No professor, no nothing. It's just her name.
I have a quick one on what you're talking about. This is a Baruch 3:36. It says he had found out all the way of knowledge and have given it unto Jacob his servant and Israel his beloved. And afterward he did show himself upon the earth and converse with men.
We come from a great people when it comes to knowledge and wisdom. We're being held back. Jake is dumb. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of Jake right now, they're not using their brain. They're not using their. There's a saying, man. Ain't nothing worse than wasted potential.
Hey, what excuse these Edomites got though?
Oh, they ain't got no fucking
They ain't
excuse.
no fucking excuse, man. They're fucking dumb as hell.
That's it.
There's a lot of Jake out there that wasted themselves. They've been destroyed in this kingdom, man. That because they're all Israelites. Every Israelite can be much more than what we're exhibiting right now, and we will be. But it begins with understanding these scriptures. It begins with Yahweh Shai. We got Solomon. Yeah, this is Solomon, man.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. I'll start from verse 15. The Most High have granted me to speak as I would, and to conceive as is meet for the things that are given me, because it is He that leadeth unto wisdom and directeth the wise. For in His hand are both we and our words, all wisdom also, and knowledge of workmanship. For He hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know how the world was made, and the operation of elements, the beginning, ending, and midst of the times, the alterations of the turning of the sun, and the change of seasons.
That's
The
crazy. The sweet science.
And they had, listen, man. They had that knowledge way back. That's why a lot of things Esau can't break down today. Now we ain't gonna lose our minds and go deep into it, but there's a lot of structures that are built that Esau can't replicate today. So if you can't replicate it, that means you ain't got the technology to replicate
Well, I
it.
was gonna say the same thing. Even though he doubles all this, technology that he's got, how he's so great. Hey, Jake would do that stuff.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Non-destructive manner as well.
Yeah.
They were building, so they got megalith. They got stones out there that they don't know. They can't even move it now. They don't know how these guys are moving this stuff. That's because they had technology. They had knowledge and wisdom and science, man. But Esau want to make it look like he's got the monopoly on knowledge out here. He ain't got the monopoly. There was people. One Edomite said, "Look, we're reinventing things that already existed before." Yeah, that's what one of them crackers said. I forget whether it was Edison or one of them crackers. He said, "We're just bringing out stuff that really already occurred because they read about the history and there's accounts of these things, so they know it can be done." That's a lot. When you read in older history, you read about guys having like light bulbs. You know, you go into man's. They describe that shit, man. Like and he had a light in his house that shone with no flame. Those things are all recorded, man. Those things are recorded in history. So they're like, okay, well, that's possible. Then they look into it.
Got precept for you?
They found what? Batteries in Baghdad. They found batteries in Baghdad, man. What the hell are they using a battery for?
Yeah, that's it.
A copper, you know.
Yeah. There's all kinds. I mean, we ain't gonna go deep into it. It's just there was knowledge. There's always been a certain amount of knowledge.